Bonjour, hi, welcome to the stream. I'm Frank Boucher, your host, and for the next 2 hours-ish, um, we'll go today and we're learning. Today, the goal is to put together some kind of workshop slash demo slash presentation about Git, Azure Function, Azure Blob Storage, Azure Security, and kind of like sharing the cloud development, the practical aspect of cloud development. So I want to share a lot of that, and it's for a presentation I need to give about a week and about in maybe the 1 week, 2 week. And I want to have your input to see what would be a good way. Like, for example, creating an Azure function. As a new coming, like beginner, would you prefer, or like, let's say noob, do you think it will be better from the Azure portal or CLI? Because then people could just like use a script. What are you using? So even if like you don't know what we're talking about today, having some feedback about, hey, I would prefer doing that in the UI, very nicely interface and use my mouse. Or you know what, I would prefer understanding right away in script. So then I could create a script and run it and like do a lot of things very quickly. Or maybe just having that thought that, oh, there's two way or there are multiple way to do something. It's important. It's new to you. Then perfect. Let me know. I want to share that because that talk is definitely for beginner introducing, getting in touch with the cloud, starting to develop stuff. So yeah, I want to share. Hopefully the sound is good. I didn't do a tech check. Let me do quick tech check. I assume it was good. Oh, can I hear that? I cannot hear that. Come on. Why? Sounds. Hello, hello? Okay. Cool. So you can hear me? Cool. So you can hear me? Okay, well. But the music is probably very low, as usual. Okay, well. Let's boost a little bit the music. I'm having some issue today with my screen resolution. Okay, that's better. Why? Voila. Boom. So if my machine is doing anything, then you should hear it. Oh, I think I'm not bringing... I'm not bringing the sound. Let's do... Can you hear it now? I don't think you can. Whatever. Okay. Okay, so plan of today, this talk. Let's get started. It's been a while, so let's go here. So that's the plan. I should have shared that. Yeah, introducing Git, Azure Function, Blob Storage, Azure Security, all of that. That's kind of like the one sentence they give me. Say, hey, like, can you do like a 1 hour, like 1 hour and a half, 90 minutes about this? Whoops. So let's do that. We'll go here. And this is a very useful link. Let me share it with you. I will put that in the notes at the same time. Workshops, repo, boom. You just remember me that I need to land. Maybe I will have it today. Oh, maybe. No. Sorry about that. Can I? Okay, so this link is it's that thing. Let me go even smaller here. Voila. And, who landed? Who landed? The real Shirley Butt and Code by Mistake and Undefined Process and Lucky Dev. So many winners. Oh, whoa, 94. Lucky Dev, look like it's your lucky day. Okay, I wanna zoom this page. Voila. Aha, that's better. So this link is the Cloud Advocate workshop. I just put it in the chat prior to all those drop stuff. It's kind of useful when you're looking for like hands-on something. Not all workshop are up to date, just like a FYI, but there's a lot of content. So we're working on a way to structure and put something together to make it easier on someone who just want to have like, hey, I'm doing a meetup and I'm looking for a talk about this. Like, I know the topic, but I need some demo, I need some slides, something like that. So having that could be very, very useful. So this repo was put together by Aaron, a cloud advocate, and kind of referencing all the others. So I want to see if there's something there that I could use to build up my talk. So I'm assuming it will be like doing this, ripping off some stuff, adding more, and that's the plan. And maybe added like contributing to that repo. So let's have a look starting at the top. So AI for beginners, nope, no AI was requested for me. AKS, nope. Azure Spring, I'm assuming that's Java. Container app, Biceps, no. Terraform. Container app, Git, Python, data science, GitHub Copilot. Oh, that could be interesting. Let's just open it in a different tab. IIS VM administration, no. Though, what was the container stuff? I don't want to do AKS. I think it's like to get started, but container apps, Bicep could be interesting. Let's have a look. Linux Azure Biceps. Not. I'm curious. I will open it, but I'm not sure I will use it for the talk. I'm on Linux. If you didn't know, I'm on Linux. Voilà, that cloud data Azure function. How was your week, by the way, everybody? I don't think I have a lot of viewer. It's been a while since I streamed, so I feel like some people won't remember I'm here. But that's good. I'll be quiet. A AG function, a Python? Yeah, why not? I'm not a Python guy. Dapper, that could be cool. But I would prefer security, DevSecOps. Now let's have a look into that. Static web app. Oh yeah, I could be doing that. A quick static web app with an Azure function. At read into storage. Or I wonder. He asks storage, so I should deliver storage. But I'm guessing storage is for like files, not storage as databases. Because storage in Azure Storage, there's like queues, files, and tables. So like there's a lot of things. There's blob. The one I use the most is tables and blobs. A file will be used for like VMs and things like that, or like to mount a volume. I think it's useful for when you do a container app, and then like you can mount the volume over there. Maybe that was like they didn't ask for that. But cloud dev is definitely, I'm assuming they think about containers, right? Static web app Cosmo, static web app Gatsby. Let's have a look. It's probably with Aspire. No, though with static web app, maybe not. Static web app. Let's have a look there. Oh, I'm having a lot of stuff to look. Web dev for beginners. Oh yeah, that's a huge one. It's true, but it will be in. That's fine. Okay, so we have a few workshop to check. So GitHub Copilot, assets, SRC. Oh. Oh, can I see? So like another website is Moa Dev. Moa. Wow.dev. Let's put that too in the chat. That's a cool site too. Workshops. So let's say if I say Git, what do I have? Create and deploy online portfolio. Oh, Gatsby. That was not what I was expecting. I thought about the guy, but where is that one? Yeah, Gatsby is the framework, JavaScript framework. No, I'm not interested in that. Okay. They'll create your online portfolio with Gatsby, GitHub, and Azure Static Web App. Nah. GitHub, AI programmer. I'm assuming when they say Git, they want kind of like the basic Git, like how it's working. I don't think they want me to like explain Copilot and stuff. Microservices, no. Intro to GitHub using. I mean, this could be interesting. That's more like it. Okay, then if I say Azure function. 5 hours, nope. Create a serverless logic app with Azure function. That would be cool. That would be cool. I love logic apps. Okay, it's not what they are asking for. Storage. Security. Okay, well, introducing GitHub and with GitHub Dev. As worked with Git and GitHub, you may wonder, issue discussion. See, that's not bad. That could be cool. Oh. Hey, you, how are you? How are you? Oh, that's sad. Let's Google it instead. I will replace the dash with the. I'm looking for workshops. I don't know how long you've been watching. I'm looking for workshops. I'm also into demo, but oh, that's tiny. Yeah, they asked me for a lot of things. They asked me to cover so much. Interesting. Well, there's stuff. True, we have a learn module now. Okay, I think we have enough. Let's have a look. Boop, 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 boop. Introduction to Git. What is Git? Tried it out. Basic. Okay, I can definitely reuse that and then like send people there. So what I'm doing, I think. Okay, I'm using a lot Obsidian these days, so I want to share more about that. But okay, let's do a new file, new note. I will close this and close that. Boom, boom. Today we are 0309, right? No, 08. 8 of March. So what your demo will be talking about? That's very cheesy music. When there's saxophone, it's always kind of a bit cheesy, don't you think? Okay, so time. Okay. Time is 90 minutes. Oh. Topics. Ah, it's a bit too much for me. I need to put. I did the presentation on what? Oh, I intended as a fun joke, but I create 8096 bytes Windows executable with graphic and music. These are called demos. Ah, I did a presentation on it recently, and it was very well received. Oh, but that's pretty cool. Do you have it online somewhere? Do you want to share it? It's always good to start with, you will learn nothing that helps you at work. It's not true. I'm sure people learned a lot because we're always looking for smaller solution and stuff. So I think no, I think it was good. Okay. So on the Git topic, right? Let's on the Git topic, we had and did we have anything else? Let's just recap. So this, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do exercise container. I think, oh yeah, that's for me. I want to know more. Azure Function, VS Code, DevOps security, serverless. Video. Oh, there's a video. I got a private YouTube link, but in theory, it is no secrets. It's up to you. Feel free to share the link if you want, but like we're not a lot this morning, but like right now. Oh yeah. Feel like don't feel forced, but if you want, I know I will oh, you don't control. I always like to watch presentation when people are creative. Can you hear the music? And am I loud enough? If you can put those two on 10, let's say, term of volume, let me know. I'm having a new device, so I'm always struggling at adjusting those two. Okay, so Git and GitHub pre-learning. Make sure you have a GitHub account. What you will learn. Open yeah, using GitHub Dev. I mean, yeah. Take a quiz. Okay, well, we'll take that in notes. So Git, I feel doing that though, I confuse even more people with the difference between Git and GitHub. I know for a lot when you start, it's confusing. Wow, thank you. I'll be watching it for sure. Promise. I can even give my feedback if you are interested. So we have that. And then obviously we have the learn module. I say obviously, not necessarily. So I have those. That's cool. I didn't sign in. I was like, I didn't do it? Pretty sure I did check that. Okay, so we have those. Next on the topics was the... That's a little bit big, small, huh? Can I boost it? If I do this? No? Voila. I'm in the corner. to land. Oh. Oh, no. Okay, so the next was Azure Function. Azure Function container bicep. Okay, let's have a look. Let's take a break. You know, it's been just a few minutes, but let's take a break and look at Linux Azure biceps. By the way, I hear no music. It's okay though. Music is very, very low. I'm assuming you hear CB like being happy. I think music is just very, very, very low. Can boost it a little. Okay. So that was Linux on Azure. Oh, Linux on Azure, bicep arm virtual machine. Nope, not interested. VMs, no. No VMs. VMs are good. I prefer not using VMs. My biceps are terrible. I'm not talking about those. Do you know what it is, biceps? It's a language like Terraform to describe your infrastructure when you're deploying. I started playing with that last week, and it's pretty cool. Okay. Hello. Boo, boo, boo. Okay. Install. So which one? Azure Function. So install Azure Function extension. Oh, that could be cool. Let's have a look. So let's extract this one. Who's landing? So many people are landing, but I'm not. That's not fair.
Bonjour. Hi.
Oh my god, that's Surly Dev, the real one. Bonjour, my friend. How are you? It's been a while. We don't hear stream noise. You mean like the sounds? Where did I put sounds? Like oh, you didn't hear those? Okay, let me look. Thank you for the thing. I have a new I changed a few. So default mic is getting in. Default speaker look very low. Oh, maybe that's why. Let's change it. Let's go in properties. And if I do this, now I think you should hear music, right? And if we do, oh, right at a cat land like mostly like on the spot. That's pretty impressive. Did you hear that? The fantastic. Cool, cool. Okay, so things are getting in. Moving to the cloud, moving cloud. Oh, like those are silence. Default speakers. Default mic. Cool. And hopefully if I switch scenes, those will... That's loud. On my side, at least. If I go Do you hear this? The music is really quiet, eh? Well, I like quiet music. I can put it, you know what, let's boost the music. Lower my sound. No, not on my side. They were not quiet. Yeah, I need to well, things good. Excellent. Okay. So it's been a while, sorry, Lee. How are you? What have you been doing? What is new with you? What was your week? Come on, I want to know everything. Not creepy, but just like, you know, what's happening with you? Okay, so while I'm looking into that, let's open that install Azure function extension. I think I will use that. Exercise 1, install Azure function. Okay, that's cool. Not sure why the images. Because it was copied, right? But where it was copied from? Nope. IndexMD. Automate data reporting with Azure Function and Power Automate. Ah. Been fine, just working and stuff. Went to a developer conference last weekend, which was good. Got another one next month. So looking forward to that. Oh, cool. What was the event? And what's the next one? Okay, sorry, back. Okay, so that page is not what I'm looking for, though. The install Azure function extension, yeah, could be using that. So let's go back to here. Let's add a new topic. Azure function. Oh, I think I saw that. Someone contacted me for this, I think. maybe not. I don't know. Is it in person only? Well, that looks cool. I miss those. Going there has like a in person. Well, like anyway, for me, I won't go. It's in UK, on the other side of the pound, the pound. But well, have a nice conference. I miss those going as like an attendee, just like meeting people, sitting and learning and getting ideas. And yeah, I should try to find something not too far and go and just like Oh, really? I missed the part. Oh, that was you? Sitting on... Not that one. No phone here. Oh, this one? I don't know what you're looking. Is it where people are standing or sitting? Next image. So sitting, I'm assuming. There's a lot of people here, like there's the one with tiered level sittings. So like the step sittings, you mean? Is it what you mean? Yep, the steps. Okay. So the one with the... Was it this one? Like there's so many people watching your... watching their phones. When I'm speaking, it's like, oh, am I boring? Or like, are they just taking notes? Are they kind of like multitasking? So not listening to me? I mean, I'm boring. It's dark blue. Okay, do I have a print screen stuff? I have a print screen. Let's try. Next picture. Why my mouse is doing that? Yeah, okay. So you're that guy, right? The computers say no. You're definitely looking at... I'm listening to the talk, but I need more. Yeah. Well, thanks for sharing. I should move this. It's really annoying. Okay, let me change this. think it's in appearance. Duck. Let's put it to the left. Boom. So now we'll be here. Excellent. Nothing to do with the speaker. It's fine. Like, I know people when they are listening to their, like, watching their phone, there's nothing against me, hopefully, but it's just like, you know, it happens. I know it works. I do the same when it's me. Just I'm saying, like, as a presenter, when I see your faces when I'm talking, right? Most of the time, at least. It's been a while since, like, I have the huge projector and, like, the huge stage. I think it was 3 years ago. Those you don't see. Like, maybe you see one row and you've had, yeah, you don't see anyone. But otherwise, like, I see people. Oh yeah, some people fall asleep too. It's like, okay, I didn't keep them with me. Maybe they had like a big day. So yeah, so this could be cool. Oh yeah, bing, bada boing. Let's take that URL. That's cool. I went to New York for the Microsoft AI tour, and I was a speaker. So anything before my talk, I missed because I was so stressed. It was my first talk in person at an event, not like the local meetup, but like at an event. And I was very stressed. So I focus, stay in the speaker room and stuff. And after my talk, had the chance to view some talks. And some people want to meet me, so I couldn't be just watching talks. But I saw Gwen talks about, what was it again? How to leverage Copilot, I think, when you code or something like that. It was cool though. It was the first time I was seeing Gwen speak. So it was nice. Okay, let's move things around a little bit. Okay, so now at least I have this. Well, like, one thing I want to show you. So I found a new terminal. It's not on Windows yet. So let's minimize everything just so we can. So that's the new terminal. And it's tiny. So first, can I make it bigger? Yeah, I can make it bigger. That's cool. Right, so it's the same as usual. Right, but there's AI in it. So if I do ls and I say, hey, do you want to see games? And you could go like this, say, oh, like, you know,
Bonjour. Hi.
it's okay, list game. Hey, Frackbird is here. Hello, mister. Hello. How are you? So then, okay, we'll list. And the fun part about this one is you could dock your prompt at the top or the bottom. By default, it's the bottom when you, like, without changing anything. It will stay always at the top, and then there's block. And you can navigate them. I forgot what was the key. Oh, and you could do also like panel if you want. So Warp is the terminal, and Warp AI is their Chat GPT thing. I'm assuming. I have no idea what's working before. Short day, enjoying the rest of the day. Yeah, I was supposed to be biking yesterday while training because I'm still doing it inside. And I felt like, nope, I feel like eating chicken nuggets and drink a beer. So that's what I did because I was tired, like I had a big day. This morning, I was like, oh, should I prep? I want to stream. And like I knew I had a lot of like moving things around to like be ready. So I was like, oh, you know what? I will do that. And later today, but I'm guessing it will be tomorrow. And tomorrow, like usually on a weekend, I do like a way longer ride. So I will do that. Sounds like my kind of meal. I was craving that. I was just like, yeah, just want comfort food. So anyway, so I think that was pretty cool as a tool. And also I found it's called ISA. And the fun part about it is it put icons. So you have different icons. And I put some aliases on top of it. And see, like all the results, they are there, but the prompt say at the top. That's what I like. And it's kind of like you can navigate to it. I forgot the keyboard shortcut, but or maybe it's control. Let's control down. Yeah, so with the down, I could then like navigate the, I think, panel. I forgot, block. I think they call that block. So you could do that. So I thought it was interesting. You could do panel, there's AI. So when you don't know, you could just like, hey, I don't remember. And like, oh, I should have done that. Oh, keyboard shortcuts. Interesting. Yeah, I still just installed it. AD, AI assistant. Aider. AD mean helps. Like not helps, but like the action of AD mean help. Helping in French. So anyway, thought it was cool, and I also installed ISA. So I thought it was nice. ISA, like it's ISA, and then like you could like ISA by itself, it just does this, but then like you could say, oh, I want you want to change the area of the columns wideness. You could say, oh, I want icons, so you could say dash icons. One thing I will probably change is I'm not used to do right instead of tab to accept the suggestion. So like this icons will do that, and I replaced it. Say, hey, I want the folder first and then the file. You could customize it the way you want, ISA. It's pretty cool. So yeah, that was one of the discovery I found. Like Warp is kind of new, I think. It's on, like I said, right now it's Mac and Linux, and since I'm on Linux, that's why I'm using it. It's coming up, so I register it for like having a look into Windows. Though I really like on Windows my Windows terminal, but it's fun. And on Windows, ISA is also available. So yesterday I installed that on my PowerShell screen. Let me share. Let's share ISA ls, the GitHub repo, if you are interested. I think that's a cool one. I say new, but it's not really new. It's been there for a while. But yeah, you could customize it. It's supported multiple, and the instruction, I didn't see it initially. Where is it? Try it. Installation. Oh yeah, so I didn't see it, so click the section to expand. I was like, oh, that's cool, but like I missed it. So I'm not sure it's that great then. I would have instead put a link in like another page or something like that if you want to keep the page tight. I've no idea how they did that though, but it's cool. So now like you have all those options, you know, with the header, no header, and plenty of things. Oh, so it is new. August, September, and then just... Anyway, it's cool. I share it with you and Warp. I think it's Warp Dev. Yeah. Let's put that too in the notes. There it is. Yeah, so see by default, like I was saying, it's on at the bottom. And I think, so when you watch the video, she used to be working, I forgot her name. She used to be working at Microsoft. Anyway, it's pretty cool tool. Okay, so we have that. Let's go back. So now I have installed the Azure function. Okay, yeah. Convert local. Let's have a look. What's that one? Convert local script code into an Azure function. So if I'm targeting beginner audience, let me bring my stool. I think it's a stool. Not sure how you call that. Yeah. So if I'm targeting like a beginner audience, should I stay with JavaScript because that's everybody wants? Because I prefer C#, and I think C# is interesting. And now that it runs everywhere, it's kind of like you could get it for free. Like there's no requirement. Before, like when I start doing some C# though, like it was not C#, it was C++. And then I started doing some VB.NET initially and then migrate to C#. But anyway, back then you needed kind of Visual Studio. So like you needed to buy like a software to do those kind of things, right? But these days, you don't need that. Like you could just do it. So I feel like we should promote C#, but I don't want to lose everybody because I'm doing it. What do you think, chat? I want to know more. I want to know what you think. Okay. So here they're just taking code that was already done and they kind of copy paste that. That's good though, because now they're using like they're showing some kind of security. I shouldn't have brought that. Now I want to sit. I feel like I'm not my best when I'm sitting. Okay, let's do this. Music, you are a little bit too low. Open terminal. I didn't land. It's not fair. Grovosaurus, you already landed. I forgot the comment. Is it this? Yeah. See? F Pucheros, nothing. Grovosaurus. Plenty of things. Aw, man. I won't win today. Good luck. That was a cool icon. Where it comes from? Where it's coming from? So that was done by Dan. So it will be good content. Dan is doing great stuff usually. Website. Oh, there's a website. Let's have a look. Oh. What? Another one? Microsoft Cloud Integration Scenarios. Oh, interesting. There's so many of those websites. Azure Function. That's cool. Is there anything about Azure Storage? Yeah. Power BI, Azure Synapse. Oh, maybe. No, I cannot do that. Okay, so and then they show this. So I feel like, yeah, it's okay. What's okay? Okay, so it's getting statistics from your GitHub repo. Okay, it's not bad though, right? Let's look again a little bit more at the code. And I will switch side. Okay, so yeah. HookToolkit. There's an API to get stuff. Oh, there's an API also in .NET, I think. So I could be doing this thing in .NET. Okay, interesting. So HTTP trigger. So when you ask for it, it's, oh no, so like open that and like explore the code. Okay, so that's when you generate the new a trigger. Like I say, hey, hello world, and like you could specify the name. Okay, cool. Then create a new file, GitHub repo stat, and sorry, in a function folder named get stat. Oh, TypeScript, and add the following colon the file. Okay. Create a new file in the blah 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 function folder. Okay. So that do this, and so that TypeScript, right? Get the clones, get the fork, get the views, get today's row, well, yesterday's row, and push. Okay. Get repos, get today's rows, get clone, get total fork, get page views, solo. Finally, I land. Yeah. Yeah.
I got a bad feeling about this.
It's the beginning of the end, people. I finally land. Oh my god. Don't I. Okay. And Copper Bird too. It's not the best score, but at least I land, so I won't be like F Bucheros 0. Okay. That's cool though. I think I could do that Azure function stuff. Wonder if I could do that for YouTube. That could also be good. But even GitHub is interesting. So now I go back to this. So those are all functions. So it's creating codes. Now he's doing a HTTP request. Why not a scheduled task? Go back to this and modify. Uh-huh. Yeah, so now you need to pass in your local settings. Owner. Sorry. I just don't know what I want to build. That's cool though, getting a bunch of stats. Could do that. I mean, and save it in a blob storage. I mean, the idea is cool. Deploy the Azure function using AZD, I think, right? Just so easy. Create and deploy the Azure function app. He's doing it from the Azure, no, from the VS Code. Okay. Na, 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 na. Okay. And then what? Yeah, I saw. I think I spoke with Dan about that. Use Power Automate to retrieve the data from Azure. Ah, that's okay. So okay, now I get it. So Azure, the Azure function is just doing that, just like an HTTP call. So like it's, yeah, okay, I get that. And then like the Power Automate will be the on schedule, yeah, schedule template, and then like let's say every day we'll call the Azure function. You could have done everything in the Azure function, but it's a good way to integrate those two things. I can show something like that. I have something for a playlist, a YouTube playlist. So the code is, there's a lot of stuff. So you could use an Azure whatever. Yeah, I could be using that. Or this repo and just collecting. Not in a bad way. The thing I don't like with this repo is like it's in JavaScript. And I would prefer having it in .NET. But that's good. It's a good demo. I think it's cool. And it cover like, hey, like you do a tool and then you can call it. And that's a really fun way, a smart way to see the service, right? Congratulations. You complete this tutorial. So I think it's cool. So let's go in the notes. Analytics, and I mean, I could show Azure logic apps, but they ask function and blob storage. They didn't say that. So I feel like I need the schedule to be an Azure function. It's possible to do, but yeah. Okay, so cool. Azure function, we have that. Whoops. So what else? Container and biceps. Easy function code. Did we look at that one? Sentiment analysis with Python and Azure function. Well, that could be cool. Adding some AI in it. I could be doing something pretty cool with that. Adding some AI into the Azure function and calling it Sentiment analysis is it's using what? What is used for that? Vader? Oh, it's a but I could add AI. So who's did that? Vader. Vader is a finance aware dictionary. Okay. That's cool. It's a cool idea though. And then like you call that. That's cool. Oh yeah. Did I add anything else? Static web app, serverless, workshop. Okay, but no. That will be JavaScript stuff too. Oh. Workshop-o-matic. Yeah, I don't want something. I want something with like. I don't want to copy paste. That would have been cool. How to identify Azure and right developer needs. Is it because it's too zoom? Yeah. Oh, I'm straightened. Frank, you're in the way. Oh, I want something with not a lot of code. I think I have my idea. So okay, I'm in OneDrive. I want a flow chart. I want a class diagram. I want a flow chart. Pick a folder. And I should have draw IO. Let's put it here for now. Boom. Right, so I have here in my Azure function, let's put it here. Top. Right, that's my Azure function. And it could be calling there's no OpenAI, open source. Okay, whatever. Could be calling some, let's just call it OpenAI, right? Let's say GPT-4, something like that. Right, so it's connecting here. Oh, you know what? Let's remove this. So it's connecting here, and then like we're getting back the answer. And we'll be summarizing stuff. And after that, we have Azure storage, the blob storage, voila. So I have this here. Right. And I will just like save the file. Yay! Yay! Bunch of digital friends are landing. That's cool. So here I have something called summary. Summarize. Right? So I think summarize is like this. No, I think it's good. Yeah, let's keep it this way. So that's my function app, and I will have a function that summarize, and then another one, if I copy paste that, that will be save result. Right? So summarize, we'll call the AI the result, and then we save it in a file. And here we'll have a bunch of files. You know, bunch of files in the blob storage. So that's cool. So then we can call it using HTTP because it will be HTTP trigger. That was weird. On my screen, everything was out of focus. So I could do that, and then we could decide if we want to put a static web app on top of that. Let's say Azure static web app. Yeah, boom. Send back. And here maybe have a Blazor. Whatever. Website. You have an icon for that? This? Whatever. So that could be a thing. And between here and here, so like we'll have some security in there. So let's say there's this thing here. Let's call it secure page. See? Secured page, right? So we'll have a lock, right? So that will be lock. Well, it's that one that will be calling the Azure function. So then we'll talk about security. How much code do I need? It shouldn't be that good. It shouldn't be that big, I mean. This will be about a few lines, like a little paragraph. This, oh yeah, for it, we need to pass. I think I should. Hi. Hey, Bethesda, Bellatas. How are you? It's been a while. Bonjour, bonjour. Trying to, I should have zoom a little bit. This, bing, bing. trying to. I have a talk coming up, and I don't want to have too much slides, and I need to talk about a lot of topics. Like, need to talk about introducing Git, Azure Function, Blob Storage, Azure Security Solution, and focusing on the practical aspect of developing a cloud application. And I thought we could be doing little app instead. Having like a few slides to, you know, visualize stuff, but doing. And then after that, having every steps of the way in a GitHub repo so people can reproduce it. That could be interesting. Yeah. Last 2 weeks ago, I streamed. I think it was the first time in 2024. Last time was in November, October. I forgot. Long time ago. And I was like, whoa, it's been a while. Yeah. But now I think I will be doing it hopefully every week. Hopefully. I feel this look cooler. Come on, wait. Smaller than. Oh, that's wonderful. Yeah, so all that, then I need another of those, and I'm sending it to the back. Like all of that. I can put like colors. Oh, like this. Ooh, fancy colors. No, let's keep with the basic. What's that color? When you are in dark mode, colors sometimes are like, so that's gray, that's blue. I feel like gray was a better idea. Dark. So that's on Azure. What's happening with you, Beldatas? What are you working on these days? Or did you go just like our friend, Surdy Dev? Did you go to a nice conference recently? I don't just have the Azure logo. I could put just cloud. I mean, that's good enough. But I was looking for the Azure. More result. Interesting. I put Azure. They give me everything Azure, 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 but not Azure. Interesting. So that could work. Well, there was or is it next week? I think it's next week. You have the Microsoft AI tour, and it's free in Paris. I don't know how far from Paris you are. it's a good event. Like content is really good. I know because I was involved into the content for New York. So it's been a few cities since then. So content always kind of improve and stuff like that. So you are in Paris. So yeah, so have a look. Let's find together. Microsoft. I cannot type Microsoft AI tour. Microsoft AI tour. Yeah, March 12th. And it's free. I repeat, this is free. So, yeah. And it's good content, seriously. Is it 2 days or 1 day? I think it's 2 days. Or maybe it's just 1 day. They change it. Register. I don't want to register. Just want to see. So it's just 1 day, apparently. It was 2 days in New York. Or maybe it was just 1 day. Oh no, yeah, it was only 1 day, but had like a pre-day because tech check and a bunch of stuff. It's true. It was only 1 day. For me, it was 2 because I was a speaker. So like you need to go on site and make sure when you plug your computer, it works. You can show things, find your room, and you know, the basic. No. Like I traveled and I got sick. So kind of went out. I was like, yeah, I'm back again. And then got sick, out for a month. Yeah, I'm in Montreal. New York is a very nice city. I would love to go back again and have a bit more time and maybe be with someone who lived there to kind of like show me the stuff around. But I'm not sure I would love to live in New York. I like to travel there, but I'm not sure. I don't know. That's why, like, if I could be like, let's say, spend 2 days or 3 days with someone who lived there, would be cool. Just like when I went to Paris, for me, it was a rush. And like I was working all night, didn't sleep. I think I didn't sleep much. I had one kind of a day, and the weather was crap. It was raining, snowing, everything. I did the catacomb and then walk around. And at the end, I was so tired and desperate that I was like, oh, you know what? I will be ordering a room service and eat in my room. And watch Netflix. I was like, okay, but like those big events were very draining. Like I was doing the event during the day, meetups at the evening, dinner and stuff, and like I was never, and then going back to my room, working on more demos and fine tuning stuff for the next CD we're going on and things like that. That was, yeah. That's what I mean. It could be stressful. Anyway, so if you can make it to Paris, I strongly suggested. And if other people are watching, there's a lot of cities. So what's left? So March 21 is Sao Paulo. Right, there's Paris. That's the next one next week, March 12. After that, March 13. Oh, so it is 2 days. Oh, so like 1 day is for decision maker and the second day is more like a developer. Okay, interesting. And they split it. Interesting. And after that, Berlin, I would love to go there too. April. Okay, so you have a few like Seoul. Well, yeah, so it's mostly done now. So it's Paris, Berlin, and Seoul are the last city of this tour, I think. Yeah. after that, I think they will pick the best version of the talk and maybe put it online. Yeah. And I'm not going to Paris for this tour because they have enough resources locally around, at least. It's cheaper to travel. Cool. So let's export as PNG. Transparent background, the full size diagram, include the copy of the diagram. Yeah. Summarize tool demo. And let's go and pick a folder. So I want the folder to be draw.io. Or is it draw.io? Voila. No. Oh, if I do this then. Okay. Save. Cool. So now we have it. Can I go one? Should I do that? I mean, let's... Can I export to JPEG? Export. And just want to download it. Download. It's time to try again. Raise my score. So I have that now. So if I Windows E, go to downloads, I have my file here. So now I could pink, pink, pink. Right. Could be doing that. That was a good... Yeah, I like that. Of course, all the digital friends landed, but not me. I guess Charlie Dev spoke with InstaFluff and find a way to cheat. It's probably rigged. Right, Fragburn? Yeah. Yeah, GS. I think that was cool. Yeah, so we could have that. Have something where like you send a long text and then say, hey, make me... It's just, yeah, it's rigged. It's classic, right? We need to say it at least once. I need water. I don't have more water. We need to say it at least once every stream. I think it was a good stream. Container. Oh yeah, I didn't look into that. Why are you talking about biceps and then doing it this way? Okay, it's like... Why are you doing that this way? It's weird. Like they say, hey, okay, like let's use biceps. And then like they call, instead of doing like a biceps, a main biceps, they have like, hey, call this, call that, call that, call this, call this. Container apps. One thing we need to learn for like another project is the container apps. But I need to also be able to mount a module, right? If I go to my profile, we have this, where it is, this one. We start last stream, I kind of shared that. Working on an app, it's a game. It's a digital companion of a paper game. And it's kind of a dungeon crawler stuff. And I want to, like, I'm running in containers right now. And I want to deploy that in Azure. And I think it will be the best if we could. So, like, that's the version of the game. And I think the best would be to deploy it in Azure Container Apps for now, at least. But it needs to be able to mount a volume for the database. And the idea behind that is container apps, I think you could go and scale down to 0 and cut the costs. So when you're not playing, then costs nothing. When you're playing, go up. So like if you want the game, you could have your own instance. If you want to share with other people, then like up to you. But the more you share, the more resource it will cost. It still would be pretty cheap, but at least, you know, when you're not playing, it could cost nothing. That's the idea. So I need to see how we can do that, and I would love to have it as simple as possible. I need to do that. I also, not this, this project. I also need to fix the URL shortener. I'm working on the new version. Oh, I won't be able to go. I'm working on the next version, and right now when I'm deploying, something is wrong. Like it's deploying, doesn't cause any error, but I think it doesn't read the configuration file. So probably my deployment does something wrong, or maybe it's, and then I think that's the part that the static web app, the Azure function evolved and not my deployment method. So now when you're deploying, it doesn't work like that anymore. Yeah. I would love to use that philosophy for my AZ backend. What do you mean? What philosophy? What philosophy are you talking about, sir? Oh, Jen's, I'm not sure. Maybe it's not the sir. I'm sorry if it's not. Oh, Jeff is streaming today. Overwatch? Oh, he's playing? Of Azure, my philosophy of Azure backend? Working with containers, you mean? Not sure I follow. Because you say I would love to use that philosophy for my Azure backend. Meaning using the containers? So Mr. Fritz is playing. Okay. Oh. But Michael is working. Okay, so now he's like streaming like this. Finite is also there. TBD Gamer. Oh, maybe we could go raid TBD. Yeah, I think that will be it for now, people. Let's raid TBD Gamer. He's like coding some stuff. So we'll just do like a save and then a stop to save the notes. So we'll have all the links shared today in the show notes and your best score. So everybody who finally landed. I currently have a mobile app that I use a backend on Azure. The backend is basically a REST service from the app to receive data from a huge database, and then a VM to update the database. Oh, interesting. But the database is quite costly. Depending on which database, and since it's huge, it could be, yeah, costly. Like for storage, like you still pay the storage, right? There won't be zero. Like storage will still be there, but storage is one of the cheapest resource in Azure. It's MySQL as a service or in a VM. $100 gig as a service. Yeah, I wonder. Yeah, the Azure MySQL as a service. I mean, it's good. I wonder in terms of performance if it will be cheaper. Well, like if it needs to be up all the time, then like that's your best bet because you don't need to maintain it and anything. If you don't need it all the time, but like if it's for a mobile app, then like you need it accessible all the time, right? Because you could run your MySQL in a container. That's what I do for my 2D6. And then I have a volume mounted to keep the data. And for me right now, because it's a dev database, I'm running as soon as you create the container, it will read some scripts to create the schema and then like have seed data in it. So like, so I'm trashing the database every time and starting from scratch, but you could mount the volume to keep the data. But if the database need to be up all the time, having it as a service is the best thing you could do because you don't have to maintain it and like a lot of things. So that's good. Is read only. Yeah. It could yeah. VM nightly updates right to the database. So are you turning off? So VMs you could turn it off. Like if it's just nightly to update your database, then you could just have it open for a few hours and then like shut it down. That will save you a lot of money. You could put it in a container if you want, so I think it will be even cheaper. Or you could have it in an Azure function. I don't know what is updating, but like you could connect to a database from multiple ways. But yeah. But if you want, drop me like in the whisper stuff, write me kind of like a little bit more, or ping me on socials and like give me more, and like we can have some fun and have some kind of like high level demo, like showing some stuff how it could be done. Obviously after that, like there's some specifics that still required effort. Yeah. Okay, well, cool. I need to go. So let's raid. TBD is coding right now. Say hi. And I will really, I'm planning to be there now every Friday. So see you next week. Have a good day, everyone. Bye. Now, let's do this here. Change like this. And we'll go. Bye, everybody.